not.
It doesn't count if you say it. You gotta
I don't know
press
what
the
button
button.
I don't know
Welcome
the
back,
button.
everyone, to Where Evil Lives, new adventure, the Shifting Library. But our players don't know what that means yet, so let's have a little bit of a recap, shall we? Previously on Where Evil Lives, the party faced off against the Bloodlord Varro, demonic hobgoblin leader of the Demogoblin mercenary band known as Camp Firefield, in a somewhat convoluted scheme to overthrow the government of Rayweth, with the now deceased Baron Uthrak also at the party's hand. There was a fight, and the party was victorious. Regardless of the Bloodlord's demonic powers, his ability to bamf around the battlefield, his, I don't think, ever quite showcased ability until like the very end to prevent people from healing, which really would have sucked for Linsey if he'd ever actually got that triggered on him. But
I did.
such
I
is
did
life.
for like a round.
Yeah, for a round after it stopped mattering. The party was victorious. They took all of Bloodlord Varro's shit, because that's what you do in this style of D&D, including both of his fucking mitts.
Took his hands.
Got out of Camp Firefield. Couple of minor skirmishes. No big deal to the party, and made it outside in a completely not completely, but not where they entered into Camp Firefield, as the tent had been commandeered and moved by agents of the VAEA, Janecki and Taylor. And then after that, the party, now safe, was able to rest and begin their long venture back to Rayweth, to the VAEA. So, it is after that journey that we, float the camera back onto the scene. The party has returned triumphant to the VAEA. It's probably a few hours after your return. You're allowed a moment of reprieve, reporting in basic things, handing off, or showing off, or however you might handle that situation. Things like the items to complete various side quests, introducing Cars, the giant hobgoblin, to other members of the VAEA, and eventually you find yourself into the office of Hawk, the head of the VAEA. And he's just sitting there behind his desk, inside his office, where you have never seen him leave. Ivayaneth was there previously, has taken the hands from you, congratulated you on your triumph, and is now attending to the aftermath of business, right? So that you can stay here and speak with Hawk directly.
Oh, is this where we get our unknown rewards, or did we already get those?
You are, so all of the things that we gave out as items last time, those were the unknown rewards, yes. So all of those quest items have all been achieved. I can tell you what you got for what you did if you are interested. Only takes me a second. In a momento. We've got 4.
Maybe will you roll over there and turn the fan?
So the main quest, right? You had unknown rewards for all of these quests. The main quest rewards were the left hand and the right hand, respectively, that have now been made into gloves or gauntlets. The left hand being the one that allows you to throw a necrotic orb and teleport to it, and the right hand being the one that allows you to summon a soul sword with an attack and do necrotic damage and cut healing. The Slaughter Demon Heart is the thing that was used in the demon skin armor that Dolly is now utilizing. The
symbiote.
The Belt of Giant Strength will come from the VAEA working with Kars the Giant to understand where that power comes from, right? What the blood curse upon him is. And then the phylactery that I believe Lily now has is the combined Horcruxes of the Bloodlord Varro.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
So those are the 4 unknown rewards that you got for that. Anyway, so you're all gathered into the relatively spacious office of Hawk. He kind of like motions you all in. You kind of like arrange yourselves. There's a bit of seating, but probably not enough seating for all of you. And as soon as the door is closed, he kind of like gets up, walks over to a side shelf on the left, and he starts pouring himself a glass of brandy, and he looks over at the rest of you and asks, anybody want anything to drink?
Yes, please.
I am good.
Sorry, Chabra!
He chuckles at the bra, and he's like, preference?
Do you have anything dusty?
I got some smoky stuff.
Yes, smoke.
Okay. He grabs a bottle of what looks to be like a scotch and pours some for Nymdaer. Walks it over, kind of gestures around to everyone else. It doesn't have to be alcohol. I've got water. I've got I think there's juice in that little container on the edge there.
What kind of juice?
I don't know if enough drinks it.
Damn, vodka. That's what it means.
I'll try the mystery juice.
If it's vodka, I'm gonna be a little mad that she kept that from me this entire time. He'll go over there and he ladles out some mystery juice into a cup and takes it to Linsey.
Oh, mystery juice.
Linsey, it is very citrusy, but there's definitely a burn on the underside of it. It's definitely not just juice.
Be like,
juice and
the
Everclear.
fuck, is this a screwdriver?
Hawk's personages is very amicable, right? He has, you've seen him, and the majority of the time he is serious, but he almost always comes across as a relatively amicable person. And in this moment, you've returned triumphant. He's offering you these drinks. He just exudes this relaxed, calm, cheerful, outgoing presence. And eventually everyone, drinks or no drinks, gets settled into chairs or onto the little double seat sofa or is just perched wherever. And he kind of like takes this little crystal glass of brandy and goes over and leans on his desk. And he says, well, good job. Really, honestly impressive. That was no simple task. And as far as we can tell, you performed not just admirably, perfectly. You all got in there. You did everything we asked. You all made it out. I don't know that I could have asked for more. So, honestly, good job. Really good job.
Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing but to do it.
Not gonna lie, it was a little touch and go at times. Our strategy was pretty much just to go.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Just keep going.
So
Just-
was it just like fight, go, fight, go, fight, go? Oh shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes
Pretty much.
fight. Go.
Ah. Well. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. Janeki and Taylor are back with the tents. It's gonna be a bit of us figuring out how to handle the remainder of Camp Firefield.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we made it clear, but that's a whole ass mercenary company. It's like 1,000 hobgoblins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a demon in there too.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Oh.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah. Well, at least there was. It may have gone back to its own plane of existence, at least.
Well, we knew that the Bloodlord was consorting with demons, hence the whole, go get us a slaughter demon heart scenario, but it'll be we'll send some squads in to handle the worst of it. Try to let who will surrender and get them out of there. And then everything that's left that doesn't want to surrender and isn't too bad, we'll probably use it as a training ground, honestly.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds fun. Hey, weren't you gonna read us into the serious shit now?
I was trying to warm up to that. I was trying to make some conversation and
Don't we get to pierce the corporate veil?
all right, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just ask questions until you feel satisfied, or do you want me to tell you a story?
Lord Dump, go.
Yeah.
Look, Yo,
Sometimes you just got to do it just like a kayak goes backwards.
clarification, guy. You want me to just lore dump you?
Yep, just dump it all on me.
Give him access to your port.
Actually, I've got a question. What's going to happen to Cars? He seemed like a kind of a gentler soul.
Vaneth said that he seemed relatively morose. We obviously hold no ill will directly to him, but he is one of the demogoblins of Camp Firefield, so we will need to use caution with him. He will be watched, but he will be free. We will probably, I won't lie to you, we will pressure him into allowing us to take a look at him, try to understand what has been done to him. If he does not want us to, we will ask really, 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 really nicely. If he still doesn't want us to, we will try to bribe him. And if he still does not want us to, we will take him elsewhere and let him go.
I think he just wants some friends.
If he proves to be not dangerous and not overtly dangerous and not a contagion or anything like that, and he chooses to do so, he's more than welcome to stay within the VAEA. You've seen we take in all kinds. We are more than happy to accept members. And sometimes they stay for a long time, and sometimes they stay for a little time. But either way, we are happy to have them. Does that answer your question? I mean, I don't know exactly what's going to happen to Cars, but we have no ill will towards him. Worst case scenario, he's afflicted with a demon malediction. He goes demonic and goes crazy, and we have to put him down.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Everything else is above that line and hopefully leads to him having a happy life. But I can't guarantee that. That's on him.
So what is this, like, real VAEA? Like, what's up with that?
Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. He circles around his desk. He walks around from the edge of his desk back to his chair. Keeps walking, walks all the way around his desk back to his chair a second time, as if he's like kind of like gearing up, prepping, and then he doesn't sit down. He sets his glass down. And he puts a hand on the chair and he kind of leans and he says, "Okay, all right." The VAEA is a closely guarded secret. None of what I tell you. This is. There's no induction ceremony. There's no like we take you to an altar and have you cut your palm or anything like the. It's just once you know, it's assumed that you're good enough to not fuck everything over.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
Good enough. Good enough.
Not just good.
And that doesn't mean
that
that you have to become a part of it and you have to participate and that's you're locked in. We've had people walk away, and that's okay. As long as they keep their damn mouths shut.
Okay. All right.
That work for everyone?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, keep your GD mouth shut, guy. He said that, not me. I like you. I think you should talk as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That was not me. That was him.
I will remember this.
God will remember this.
I trust you implicitly.
Crosses his arms. Takes a step back, leans against the wall. The VAEA... Okay. It's a... I'm never 100%... I've done this, like, a lot of times, and I'm never sure how is a good way... The VAEA... The actual VAEA... Not the victory against evil anywhere thing. The actual VAEA is a organization that honestly does not look a lot different than what the facade is. Victory against evil anywhere sees us travel the world, fighting against evil, trying to help people, trying to help, obviously with preference towards the common folk, but this is also a whole thing, so we gotta get paid. So we also help the good uppers when the opportunities present themselves. Sometimes that's in relatively neutral work. Other times it's in actually good work. We try to draw a very hard line in never doing bad work. Victory against evil anywhere. The real VAEA does much the same thing. I gotta mute Discord. Does much the same thing. The freaking new Discord sound has, for whatever reason, overwritten like all of my notifications. It's just
that's
like
stupid boing. It sounds like a fucking spring.
It's everywhere and it's all the time, and even on servers that I literally have muted for do not ping me ever, They're still like, yeah, brah, you want to hear this new Discord sound?
Yeah, because it's a happy, fun time, spooky thing. You can change
I
it
don't
in
hate the sound. I just
I hate
hate that they're forcing it on me. Anyways,
As long as it disappears come November, whatever.
I hate it so much.
he takes a drink,
Take a drink.
blows out air, does some hand motions. The real VAEA is still quite a bit like that, but its focus is much more narrow. Much more narrow. Specifically, not evil anywhere, but one evil.
Ooh, we hunting someone specific.
Nice. It wasn't that one hag.
Yeah, we already completed defeating all evil
Done.
everywhere.
Congratulations, you solved the whole thing that the VAEA has been trying to do for the last 20 years. Good job. Good.
We are the
You
heroes this
are
world
really the
needed.
best. Congratulations, everyone. The actual acronym is the Vision, Apprehension, and Eradication Association. That's a mouthful. I realize that.
Are we ghost hunters?
I didn't exactly. No. Not ghost hunters. Not ghost hunters.
Man. Who are you gonna call? The VAEA.
Well, I mean, they do call the VAEA for ghosts, even, but not just exclusively ghosts. They call us for everything. Haven't you fought ghosts at this point?
Yeah, but I'm still disappointed.
Did we?
When?
I don't think the
Honestly,
Baba Yagas.
VAEA now yells at me for not fully reading all the reports that come through, but you gotta understand, there's like 100 reports that come through every week. I'm just skimming the cliff notes here. Like,
Okay, fair.
Truly. Okay. That's a mouthful, and it doesn't mean anything to you. I get that. So let's try to change that, shall we? The Vision, since we're the Vision, Apprehension, and Eradication Association, the Vision is that one singular entity. It's an extra-dimensional creature.
I was gonna say, are we fighting Vision from Marvel?
I swear to God. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Legitimately, the Vision is one of the bad guys that I came up with when I was like 13, and I had no idea who the Vision was in Marvel Comics at all.
Oh, really?
And I refuse to fucking give up my identity of this bad guy. I refuse to give up my identity of this bad guy just because that other guy exists. Fuck that.
Fair enough.
There can be multiple Visions, damn it, Mitch.
I believe you.
Yeah, there's Vision.
It is an extra-dimensional creature whose entire purpose, entire existence is devoted to sucking the energy out of wherever it is so that it can rip a hole through time and space and send itself, hopefully, to its perfect time, perfect place, perfect vision of existence. And it does this with relative impunity. It is seemingly immortal or nigh unkillable. It is on the power of a god without having the shackles of divinity. It doesn't have to play by their rules. And everywhere it goes, it sows chaos. Because the faster things die, the more wars, the more natural disasters, the more anything that it can cause, the faster it can consume that energy. It can store away that energy and try again.
Okay, but we're awfully violent to be trying to have it not have war energy.
It's a double-edged sword. How do you fight evil without feeding the beast, without facilitating that creature? But think about Strigonona. You went there and you killed things, yes. But did more things die while you were there than if we had let her hut continue to roam, continue to allow Trollkin to issue forth, continue to allow her to kidnap villagers, eat them, kidnap anything she went across, consume it? Fighting against the Bloodlord Varro. You slaughtered, what, 20, 50, 100 Demogoblins down there?
More than a few. Yeah, more than a few.
Yeah,
but how much more would
a lot of dead
die,
things down there.
both on their side and on the citizenry, if their plan had been allowed to be executed and they made their way into the heart of Rayweth to cause a civil war and a coup? You're right,
Yeah,
Nymdaer. You're absolutely right, 100%. This is a fucking fight that Ivayaneth and others that are involved in this, we've all had this argument dozens of times. But at the end of the day, if we don't do anything about the evils that are out there, and we let his influence continue, then the wars get worse, larger, the death toll gets larger. So we are a preventative measure. We are a stopgap to slow his garnering of power while we try to figure out how to actually deal with him. Because we tried to deal directly with him in the past, and it has not gone well.
Okay.
Not gone well at all. And for clarity, this is existential. This isn't this big bad thing over here is causing strife and war and chaos and natural disasters and a lot of people are dying because of it. That's just the start. When it gets enough energy and it rips that hole in time and space, it obliterates everything that it leaves behind. It cuts through time and space and uses all of that energy to make sure that where it's going stays safe. Because where it's going could be its perfect place. But it doesn't give a shit about where it's leaving. So that's the actual VAEA. That's the secret. That's what I can't have you telling everyone else.
Has it so it has traveled in time and space before done this.
This is not its first world. This is
Okay.
not its second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth. I don't know how many times it has done this.
Real quick, are we talking like multiverse, or are we talking separate planet type things that it's destroyed?
I don't No. To my understanding, we're talking planets, but when you start futzing around in the realms, things get a little hinky-jinky. So, to my understanding, we're not talking multiverse scenarios.
Okay.
But I don't know the magic in and out, so I could be incorrect there.
Got
What
it.
the fuck are you eating?
I'm not eating anything.
Nothing.
And how did you guys come to know about it? Like, what's the origin?
He crosses his arms and he sighs again. And he looks really, really contemplative for a moment, right? And he kind of chuckles and he says, I'm not much of a fighter. I can fight, but you compare me to others out there, and I don't hold up.
This is
Got-
Hawk talking, right?
Yeah, this is Hawk talking.
Okay.
What? How does
This
he
is-
visually look? Does he look like a buff dude?
No, I mean he's got some muscle on him, but
He's just a normal dude.
he's middle-aged. He's got kind of like shoulder length darkish hair. He's just a guy. He's not like
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he is incapable, but he doesn't look like he is some grand champion or master wizard or anything like that. And he further facilitates that idea by continuing and saying, but what I do have, for good or for ill, is a wellspring of energy. For whatever fucking reason, I got a lot of untapped power in me. And I know about the vision because he came after me. Because he wants to consume as much energy as he can, as quickly as he can, in order to go to the next place that he can. And when he came after me, I got rescued by other people who knew more than I did at that time. And it was not without its sacrifice. Not everyone who came to save me on that day made it out. And I have been doing everything I can ever since to learn as much as I can about it and try to help stop it. The VAEA existed before me. But this place exists because of me. Because I may not be that much of a fighter, but I can power this place. We teleport around the world using my power. Which is twofold, because on one hand, it helps us get around and do what we do. On the other hand, it drains the fuck out of me when we do that. Which means I don't have this wellspring of energy attracting the vision.
That makes sense.
So the vision is drawn by large sources.
Oh, wait, stop.
He is, but he at the same time it's risk averse, right? Because most things that have a lot of energy are powerful entities. As far as we can tell, the Vision is all but immortal, but not necessarily immortal. And if he goes toe-to-toe with something that is nearly as strong as him, even if he wins, it takes energy. And any energy he expends is less that he has stored. So he doesn't like to go out and fight and kill and do all of these things himself. He likes to sow chaos, breed war, cause disaster. Because that's passive. That lets him sit back, draw that all in without risking having to expend it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yep. Planetary parasite moving from one planet to the other.
The only reason...
Lazy Galactus.
Lazy, I don't know what that means, but yes. The only reason the people who came to rescue me, Avayaneth being one of them, the only reason that succeeded was because enough of them that were fighting him were powerful enough that even though they died, they drained him enough to where he didn't want to keep chasing me until we had found ways for me to dispense my power. And I'm not, I don't want you to sit here and think that I'm special or I'm this like hyper target or anything like that. It's not like there are not other people in existence that are powerful, that have untapped power, that have untapped potential. You yourselves, when people join the regular VAEA, we scan all of you and do a lot of magical studies. Sorry about that, didn't mention anything. To see if you're good candidates and what your potential is, if you could become powerful entities. And it's not a foolproof plan or foolproof scenario. Sometimes we're like, oh, this person could be powerful, and they never do. And other times we're like, that person's a dud, and then they super surprise us. So, but anyways, I'm getting off base. That is the VAEA.
And you've been doing this for 20 years.
I've been doing this for 20 years. Like I said, the VAEA has existed before me. This VAEA has existed for about 15
is Hawk
years.
Human?
Yeah, he looks human.
So that out of the races, that's one of the shorter lifespans. So
he looks
20
middle-aged.
years
He looks like he's maybe mid-40s or something like that.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, he's literally spent half his life doing this.
That seems so.
Okay.
So, I say all that. I understand that that's a lot. That's a lot to digest. I just sent you after a demonic fueled hobgoblin mercenary leader. Mm-hmm. And now I'm talking about extra dimensional energy sucking entity that will obliterate the world if it achieves its goals of going elsewhere. Motherfucking. He doesn't even want to fucking rule. He doesn't want to like conquer everything. He just wants to fucking go. But his method sucks.
Hold on, what's his
Just
name?
hungry.
What's his name?
The Vision. That's not. We didn't call him that. That's what it calls itself.
Sounds like Rick Sanchez.
So it's
like when they walk up and it's like, I'm the Vision.
It calls itself that because that is what it's chasing, is its perfect vision of its existence. As far as I can make out, it doesn't have a lot of conversations with people, so I've had to pull a lot of like scraps of information and eyewitness accounts and things like that, and as far as I can tell, that is what it's got going on.
Okay. So, and maybe you mentioned this and I missed it. So why do you guys have to keep this super secret? Is it so that it doesn't gain more power from people knowing about it?
Well, not so much. One, we want to keep it secret because it paints less of a target on our backs. There are, one, it's really bad, but there are other really bad things out there in existence that like to fuck around with people when they have information like this. And we would prefer to not paint targets on our backs for any other entities that might get in our way, should they so choose. But also, again, that whole subset of what we do, the whole victory against evil anywhere thing, that still helps us achieve our goals, right? And we have a lot of guild members that are that. But I don't know that we would keep all those guild members if we're like, actually, we're fighting against an extra-dimensional being that can disintegrate you by snapping its fingers. They might be like, oh, never mind, fam. I'm gonna go settle down over here, right? So
That's
it is partially not painting a target on our back, partially not shooting ourselves in the foot by freaking people out and diminishing our numbers. And yes, I will freely admit, at the end of the day, that's kind of fucked up. Because at the end of the day, if for whatever reason, all of a sudden the Vision showed up here and started trying to fight us, it would be a handful of people that knows what the fuck is going on, and a whole shit ton of people that don't, and those shit ton of people are fucked. They are going to die, most of them. And I realize that that is fucked up. But that's also when we accept guild members in and we send them out on missions, they all sign up for that concept of, I could go out here and die. And that, while I will freely admit that's not the same thing, I am attempting to have my cake and eat it too. And I will freely admit that that is not super good of me.
Well, as long as you recognize it.
I recognized a long time ago that, unfortunately, I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best.
You know what? You're trying, Hawk.
I would like to think that we're trying.
We're trying.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Look, I've talked your ear off. Bloodlord. Next step is not extra-dimensional world killer. That's not the intention. We're not.
Damn, I was like, we're ready. Let's go.
You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready.
I'm ready.
You're not ready. You're not ready for that. But
I feel
you
very
are.
ready.
I do think you are ready for
I'm more ready
things
than
that
I've ever
might
been.
help us get to that.
So do you know where the Vision is? Is it like out in outer space, or is it here on the planet, or what?
Nah, that fucker's all over the goddamn place. It flits around from place to place. Again, it's relatively risk averse. It goes to a place, sows a bunch of mayhem, generally gets a bunch of people killed over the course of weeks, months, years, and then moves to another place. It sometimes just disappears entirely for a while. We can't track him very well. Though we are trying to figure out how to do that. Which may come into play. Maybe that's one of the future missions that I'm like, hey, we heard about such and such that can be utilized to track fucking anything. We need you to go get it, or we need you to go talk to someone about it, right? Like, that those are the types of things that I am hoping, if you are all on board, you will be doing for us in the future.
Well, this is a higher calling. This is like amazing. I'm absolutely down for this.
Okay.
I mean, I'm cool either way.
I can't wait for the space battle. That's going to be so cool.
Every single time I do this,
What?
there's
Are you
always these
talking about
varied reactions.
Gundam Dragon Wizard or
Gundam,
whatever?
Gundam Dragon.
What the fuck?
I think I could build that.
Mecha Gundam Dragon Wizard?
I have to go to my lab.
I don't even.
Gundam Dragon Wizard.
I'm not
We'll
sure
just-
I know
we'll
what at
just
least
keep
one of those
casting
words means.
enlarge on Guy until he's Gundam size.
That would actually be fun. And someone
That'd be
needs to
awesome.
fly on him too.
Piloting a Gundam. It's piloting another Gundam Dragon.
It's okay. All right. You all
Alright,
just
cool.
got back.
So what's next then? Let's do it. Yeah.
We don't have a mission for you right now. Take some R&R.
No.
You just got back. We're gonna work on some stuff. We've got a few things that we're kind of finishing up in Rayweth, and then we're probably gonna bamf to a new place, and we'll talk. Okay?
That's good. This is cool. Really excited.
Sounds good.
All right. What is the one thing you're not supposed to do?
Tell anyone about the Vision or Gundam Dragon.
I'll take it.
Oh,
I'll
I
take
want to tell people about Gundam Dragon.
You
The
can
first
tell
rule
people
of
about
Gundam Dragon is you can't talk about Gundam Dragon.
I don't know what Gundam Dragon is, but you
Well,
can
exactly.
tell whoever you want about Gundam Dragon as long as you don't tell anyone about the whole Vision thing.
No.
Yeah,
sorry,
don't
it's
want to
hand in hand.
cause a panic that is planetary wide. That
Well, I don't know if it'd be planetary wide.
A threat like Gundam Dragon would be planetary wide.
It's the Gundam Dragon. I get the dragon
think
part. I
Dragon-
don't get the two parts before that.
It's a dragon piloting a robot that's piloting another robot.
Okay, that does sound pretty fucking terrible. But
Gundam
also
Dragon.
kind of cool at the same time.
right?
Gundam Dragon.
All right, conversation ends. And approximately 2 weeks pass. Is anyone
Sweet.
doing it? Oh, this 2 weeks interim is where you get all these items, right? Like they do some stuff with cars. You get the belt of giant strength. They bring the gloves back to you. They're like, cool, we got what we needed out of this. Y'all can have these. We hope they help you. Blah 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 blah, etc. etc. Is anyone doing anything else during this interim?
No.
I don't think so.
I prepare. I do push-ups every day.
I suppose not.
I do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and I run 10 kilometers every day.
Over the course of these 2 weeks, I wish to feed someone, fix something, give advice, and give a hug.
Sorry, that's only during the quest.
Only during quests, Jay.
I'm
fuck you.
learning. I'm learning kayak skills from Nymdaer.
Ooh, kayak skills.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, I am pretty good on the water.
I'd like to provide a help action for some, but for many people.
Only during quests.
Damn it.
This 2 weeks, Lily learns what providing a help action is.
Does she?
Well, I don't know.
Real
We'll,
good question.
we'll see.
Can she?
Okay. 2 weeks pass. You get some new gear. You spend some time, do some stuff. Blah 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 blah. You are called back into Hawk's office. Hawk is in there with VAEA this time. And Hawk's sitting at his desk. You all come in, close the door behind you, take your seats, stances, perches, etc. And Hawk does one of these. He goes, "Okay. Remember when we
Okay.
talked like 2 weeks ago?
I do recall that vaguely.
Remember when I said that whole little thing about gods?
Vaguely, yes.
Okay. So we had a bit of maybe an epiphany. Maybe. Gods, deities, divine beings are powerful creatures powered by divine aspect.
I follow.
That power, that divine aspect, grants them ridiculous strength, but at the same time, it constrains them. It divinity in and of itself puts a box around them. But you can kill a god. How? Oh, fuck it. Why pose the question?
Sneak attack.
Most often, in stories or legends or tales or myths or whatever, when some hero or some villain kills a god, they do it using a weapon that is the antithesis of whatever that god's nature is, by either forged from some sort of counter element or counter divinity or some other such situation there, right? But the vision isn't divinity. He's some fucking energy sucker from some other place that just keeps drawing in energy until he's so fucking powerful that he rips a hole in time and space and pisses off and destroys everything left behind. So we've had issues killing him, hurting him in the past, but we've always just fought him with the strength of individuals, with oh, these people are very skilled and they're fighting against him and trying to prevent the world's fall, and they go after him. Great, fantastic. Does some damage sometimes. Never works how we want it to work.
Yeah, sure. Tracks.
What is the antithesis of an extra-dimensional creature?
An extremely dimensional creature.
You laugh, but in theory, maybe not quite what we are thinking. We've always... Okay. So the vision harnesses life energy, specifically life energy, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking energy in the world. Divinity is a sort of energy. The magic, the arcane is a sort of energy. Motherfucker doesn't harness those things. Why does he only harness life energy?
I don't know. It's like kind of easy. It's just like out there.
It is. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of it out there. It's just, and most people aren't using it. I mean, you use a little bit of it, obviously, right? But you're not like, I don't know, you're not like screaming your lungs out and powering up and a halo of energy shooting out of you or anything like that. Yeah, I see you smiling, Jay. Huh? What?
Well,
Is that an option?
I have seen Guy do that.
Not that I am aware of.
I've got it.
I'm sure there is someone out there who does that, but I have not met them.
The answer is a necromantic army
Yeah.
of the undead.
Anti-life.
We need necromancers. We need so many necromancers.
That is an interesting idea, but we have had a necromancer fight with us in the past, and the undead did not seem more effective against the vision. Sorry, I mean, maybe it's just quantity, but they were pretty quality at that point. So, I mean, I don't. You know what? Actually,
If you want to do that, that's fine.
Hold up a minute.
hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Hold, everyone, hold.
And
We're holding. We're holding the thought.
I gotta keep it in.
The magic of
Don't
this
need to breathe.
world, the arcane of this world, is theorized by many arcanists to be the life energy of this world. It is the elemental structure and power of the world. The elements, it's fire, it's water, it's wind, it's lightning, but it's also all of the other less tangible parts. It's light, it's death, it's time.
Question mark?
Question mark?
Knew it was coming
God damn
too.
it.
What,
Fucking knew it.
what's the question mark?
Time? Question mark?
Oh, y'all are doing a bit. Okay, gotcha. All right. Anyways, obviously we have fought the Vision with magic in the past. It does about as good as everything else. So we've never really delved into the idea further beyond the concept of, hey, more powerful magic will probably be better. Sure, of course. Fairly obvious. But some stuff. We were already aware of some things, but those things did not seem like real options up until recently. And so now through a couple of discoveries, we are re-examining the way we are looking at things. Do any of you know what a codicy is, or codex is?
Yes, the Codex Astartes.
I don't know what that one is. But do you know what a codex is?
Yeah.
It points, looks over at Avena. We got a
Is that a feminine hygiene product?
scholar.
It's made him smart.
For the rest of you,
With an O.
He's a smart one.
a codex is a
You're making out.
tome. I use, air quotes there because it's often not a tome. Sometimes it's a scroll. Sometimes it's a tablet, right? It is a repository of knowledge written by a master in a specific theory or element of the world's magic. Codices are ancient. No fucking clue how many there are. Dozens, hundreds, unsure. But each one of them were written ages ago. In a time when the world was more wild with magic. Where it wasn't, we have cities, we have towns, we have some casters who do magic. Cool. No, this was written back in a time when magic was just erupting everywhere. They contain the purest form of whatever element or theorem they represent. And so that got us thinking. If the Vision doesn't consume the magical energy Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe in its purest form, it is antithetical to them. We don't know that for sure. We're not clutching at straws, but we kind of are. We chase down any theory or potential option that seems like it might work. And right now, that theory or potential option may be the codices.
What type of codice in particular are you thinking is antithetical of the vision?
Yeah.
Oh, why settle for one when we can try to gather as many of them as we can?
So the idea is that all magic is antithetical to it?
Well, I'm looking at it this way. I'm looking at it as, what if the pure structure of magic, which the codices embody, is antithetical? Our magic is refined magic. It's magic that has been tamed over millennia and is now used through structure and incantations. The codices are the wild, raw, untamed, original magics of the world.
So we're talking giving it some cocoa beans instead of letting it have the sweet milk chocolate that we've refined and made delicious.
We're talking, yeah, and hoping it chokes on those cocoa beans.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
okay.
Makes sense.
Okay? Yeah, okay. We're on the same page, right?
I got
Now,
that
Where
now.
would we find
Maybe
these?
that doesn't fucking work, but even if it doesn't work, the codices are fucking artifacts. They're incredibly powerful.
It'll still be
Sounds like
really
a
nice to
plan.
have, even if they don't
Exactly, right? Like, that's the idea, is like, hey, even if this isn't the magic bullet, it's still a fucking gun. You know?
kill it.
Even if it's not the magic.
I was gonna say it's still a bullet, but yeah,
No, it's a gun.
it's now a gun.
Well,
It's a gun, yeah.
I'm hoping, considering how rare the codices are, that they amount to more than a single bullet, is what I'm hoping.
One
Right,
one
so-
quarter gun.
Where are they? Like, do
Oh,
we have like,
fuck. All over the fucking place? Nowhere?
Erware.
Hidden throughout time? The bitches just blip. They'll be a massive part of history. Someone will get their fucking hands on one, rule a fucking country for 250 years, die, and then that motherfucking codex is just gone for 600 years?
Gone?
6,000 years? Don't know, right? That's why we don't have a fucking clue how many there are out there. Some people are
Right.
like, oh, there's probably a couple dozen or something like that. Others are like, there could be hundreds. We don't know.
so we all need to attune to locate object and just sweep the globe.
Yeah, so that is less than needle in a haystack territory.
We ain't found shit.
We would not have brought this up if we didn't have a lead.
Yeah, quest time!
Potentially more than one lead, but especially considering any gestures at Linsey, considering this is one of the hotter leads, and you opened your mouth about necromancy, I think we're going to send you after the last known location of the Codex Mortis. The Codex of Death.
The Book of the Dead.
Now,
I do want to find the Codex Astartes, though. I would love to summon me some Space
wait,
Marine.
what is that? What is a Space Marine? What?
You'll find out. You find me that Codex.
It has to do with Gundam Dragon. Don't worry about it for now.
Does
Okay.
it? Well, it does now.
Says- All right.
That is now our group name, Gundam Dragon.
Gundam Dragon.
Dragon!
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. We do not know where the Codex Mortis is. In fact, we are sending you to a place that we specifically know that it is not. All right?
Makes sense.
However, the place we would like to send you to, the Shifting Library, is run by an individual, an old acquaintance.
Oh, you know this person.
I have met this person. Other people know this person. I will leave it at that. Kiona, the aptly named Dreadlord, was once a wielder of the Codex Mortis.
Okay.
And
Sure.
its power changed her irrevocably. But for whatever reason, she lost it almost as soon as it changed her.
The book or her mind?
Both.
Ooh,
Both.
was specifically talking about the book, but you should watch out for that second part. Now, we know she doesn't have the Codex Mortis. But we also know she has been looking for it ever since she lost it. She might be the one person in the world that has the most information about the Codex Mortis, and where it definitely isn't, but more importantly, where it potentially could be.
Right. So we're going to go to this person and be like, hey, that one thing that you want more than anything else in the world that you have dedicated your life to finding since you've lost it, where is it so we can take it?
Well. There are caveats. There are options. There are, the other important and potentially useful thing is that Kiona has been trying to track down the Codex Mortis for a very long time, and she heads one of the foremost researching libraries in existence. She doesn't... Obviously, the Codex Mortis is her focus, but she takes in all sorts of information looking for a codex, which means she might have other information about other codices that she doesn't give a shit about, right? And could be a bargain, could be a scenario of, hey, we know you want the Codex Mortis. We also would like to use the Codex Mortis for a little while, and then after that, you can have it.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
let's do it.
That's all interesting, sure. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think she's just gonna give you the information. We sent 2 agents to the Shifting Library about 2 weeks ago. They have not returned.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So this is not necessary. I mean, if you can convince Kiona, great. But I'm not necessarily expecting that.
Do you know how long she's been looking for the Codex Mortis?
500 plus years.
Good.
That's it. Okay.
The longer, the better. The more likely it is that she might be willing to strike a deal.
Yeah, that's not a bad outlook. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So, mission is to go to the Shifting Library. No. Rephrasing.
Do.
Get information on the whereabouts of the Codex Mortis and any other codices that you can by whatever means necessary. Preferably nonviolent. But I'm not gonna lie, at this point, Kiona's title is the Dreadlord for a reason. And even if she didn't ding on the Vision Apprehension and Eradication Association, she would still ding on the Victory Against Evil Anywhere whole scenario, right? So, if we can become momentary allies, wonderful. I leave that to your discretion. But yeah. Questions, concerns, issues?
Concerns, maybe. You know, how many undead things are we going to be fighting? Do we have an idea? Is she, like, going to have just an army in this library, or...
Okay. So, I've been to the library. The library's not that big. Okay. The main library is not that big. There exists a shifting archive.
Yeah, sure.
And that is potentially boundless. We're not really sure about that. But the shifting library itself is not that big. And that's where Kiona is going to be. And since this is her main focus, we presume that's where any information she might have on the Codex Mortis or other codices will be. So, my hope is that this is gonna be purely peaceful. My expectation is I know that her librarians are undead shade creatures.
Cool. Excellent.
Cool.
As long as you're welcome in the library and not breaking library rules, they won't fuck with you.
Do you know of any, like, really weird esoteric rules that we might slip up on that we should know about ahead of time? Like,
I mean, no, they're
I mean, let's be real. We're really good with rules.
pretty normal library rules.
God.
Like, be quiet, you can only check out one book at a time, unless you're there on special privilege and you're doing research, and then you have, like, a research station set up for you. Really, it's kind of the be quiet one. Don't take anything out, because they'll fucking murder you. Or they'll try to, anyways. Yeah.
Understood. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. In case we wanted to try to strike a deal with her, she's going to ask what we have to offer in return. Is there anything that the VAEA has that we might be able to leverage?
Ooh, not letting this existence get wiped out is kind of at the top of the
does
table.
she know about the vision? She in on it? I was under the assumption that no.
He is at least partially aware. I would say that in this instance, for her ears only, it could be something that you could discuss on the table. Don't know that she's going to care that much. Realistically, I think the bigger offer is potentially we will help obtain the Codex Mortis if she can help us find where it is. And he looks at Avaneth, and she looks very displeased.
We're just going to keep it after we do that?
He says that anyways. He says, we will give it to her after we have done what we need with it.
But
and
do
he
we
looks
tell
up at
her that? I don't
Avaneth, and
think she's gonna like that.
Avaneth is just like, not happy with that idea.
I mean, you could always just lie.
The issue is that aside from the Codex, I don't know that she gives a shit about anything else. So, unless you can think of something else, obtaining Codex and then getting Codex and world not ending so she can continue to have Codex are really my only two offers.
Cool. All right.
I mean,
That's like I'm just trying to cover some bases before we go present ourselves.
if she suddenly is like, actually, I want 20,000 gold, take that deal immediately, right? But I don't think that she is gonna care about anything else. So, negotiate as you will.
Okay. Well, that seems like marching orders.
He looks over at Avaneth and she clears her throat and she says, right then. Couple of other items. The first being those two agents that we sent a few weeks ago. Brada and Micus. If you could locate them and bring them back safely, that would be wonderful. You'll be compensated, of course. The assumption is that will not be possible. So if that is not possible, and you can locate...
What were their names?
Brada, B-A-R... You're gonna get a quest log. You don't have to write this down. I'm gonna give you a handout.
Ignore that last question.
If they are not alive, which is what we assume, because it seems unlikely, recovering their bodies or souls, if possible, would be appreciated. And then a potentially subject closer to home. Your companion, Cars the Giant, we have been working with over the last few weeks, has been very helpful. And he has determined, after some consideration, that he would like to not be afflicted with the demonic blood curse that he is afflicted with anymore. Unfortunately, blood magic is extremely complicated and finicky. So, some research is in order. Specifically, research on dealing with blood curses, demonic blood curses. And, well, the Shifting Library is one of the greatest research facilities that we know of. So, if you have the time, while you're there, maybe read a couple books. And if you can find anything useful that we could potentially use to help Cars out, we will also make it worth your while there.
We'll see if we can find a copy of Blood Magic for Dummies.
We already have 3 copies of that. Something a little more advanced, please.
Okay.
Questions? Concerns?
No.
Oh yeah, many concerns, but
Let's do it. Let's go. We're on
Questions?
it.
Addressable concerns?
Teleport me.
Teleport me.
Well, it's funny that you should say
Right.
that because...
Because
well, the Shifting Library is not called the Shifting Library for no reason. It exists somewhat out
Are we
of...
two teleporting buildings that are chasing each other now?
Well, the
awesome.
Shifting Library doesn't so much as teleport as it shifts in and out of space, but not out of time, importantly, which does allow us to track it somewhat. Normally, you only get into the Shifting Library with an invitation, or if you have its specific teleportation coordinates, which we had an old set and were able to reverse engineer some new coordinates. So, we will in fact be teleporting you directly there.
Nice.
Now, getting out is just as easy. And she hands over what looks to be like a little badge.
Okay. I tap it.
Really?
So it's a little octagonal shape with these little like spurs at each of the points. And you can see that it's engraved with the first letter of each of your names. And there's like a little symbol next to each of the letters, but the symbol is different for every single one of them. And she says, this is keyed to the 5 of you. When you activate it, this is keyed to your party. When you activate it, it will teleport all of you out of the shifting library and back here. When you activate it, it will teleport all of you out of the shifting library and back here.
Do we have to be touching it, or like
No.
Go, gadget, activate.
it locks onto our
Go,
signature?
whatever that means. When you activate it, you're all out and you're back here.
Go, gadget, activate.
Party port key.
Activate it unless you're ready to not be there anymore. Because most likely, after we teleport you in there, assuming Kiona is still alive, she's not gonna let us teleport back in.
What if our 2 guys are actually alive? How are we gonna take them out?
It has some room to bring others with you. Now, those I would definitely say put a hand on. If anything you're bringing back with you, have a hand on or on your person.
Good to know, because that would be a very stressful conundrum to be having to try to suss out on the field.
Yep. All right. Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Like,
Let's go to the...
good now good?
I kind of like look around. The other
Elena
guys.
says that, opens her hands like this, and you see like this crackle of energy between her face, like coursing back and forth between. She means like, now good?
Yeah, let's go.
Do I get to say go, gadget, activate?
If you want.
Go, gadget, activate.
Size? Hands extend. Big arc of like electrical energy between the hands. She tosses it over you all, and it forms like this massive archway. And then strikes every fucking one of you with a lightning bolt, and you're sucked up into the energy. And
Wait a minute, I need to take a bit.
No.
it burns when you pee. It's
Unpleasant.
pissing on an electric fence.
Yeah.
She teleports you all to a destination. No, you're not big anymore, Artorias. Get out of here.
Not
But
yet.
for now.
Oh. Everyone go to their character sheets and make sure they're fully healed and all that. Like, full rested and all that stuff.
I'm full rested.
I think I'm full
We're
rested.
gonna click long rest a few times.
Okay, that did not work.
You are. I need to update your hit dice, but otherwise you're good, dude.
Wait. Are you using 2024 now, Zach?
We're all on.
No.
2024.
You have 2 character sheets. Is your good one the 2024 one?
Oh, I'm Nymdaer 2024 now.
Nice.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
like
made it-
Andre 3000, but
Still-
not as good.
Still didn't work. Why you do this game? Update!
Oh, did.
Alright, I gotta do this thing. Because Roll20 does not want to update your tokens.
If only for now.
If only for now. No, not Big Dolly.
Huh?
Little Dolly.
No
Oh.
such thing.
Darn, I had to go back to Little Dolly.
What the? Roll20, what the fuck? That is not correct. Why you do this?
I'll be right back. I go pub so.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like it refuses to fucking recognize your shenaniganry.
What shenanigan? Me?
No, anybody's.
Oh.
It won't auto update anyone's tokens. That's okay. I'm fucking manually doing it. It takes longer than wanted.
Jeremy, how do I make the character mancer button go the fuck away?
Good question. Good question. I've been asking that for a while. When you find out, let me know. I had it eat like a bunch of characters. Because it was just like...
opt-out does not do anything.
Say what?
Opt-out doesn't do anything.
Yeah. IDK.
So it's clearly not optional.
IDK. Did he... Guess I'll just do it just in case. Oh. What? What?
The X.
PX, can you not?
That's
hey, leave
not
it.
correct.
Leave it. I'm
Oh,
gonna sweep
right.
the
It's
legs.
NPC. I don't understand why there's an NPC AC and regular AC. But there is.
PX, I'm gonna spank you. You gonna get panked?
As long as it's not a shirt.
I have one of those too.
Oh no, you
wouldn't
wouldn't
dare.
Not the shirt.
He hasn't had to be shirted that very. I had to do it the other night. I had to do it when the maids were here last week because he would not. He was just screaming out the door.
Screaming.
Violet's in love with our maid.
Oh, he
Aw.
loves her too, but he wants to be in there with her all the time.
Yeah,
And
right.
obviously, I cannot allow that.
Nothing would get done if that happened.
Yeah.
The tape is not underneath there anymore, sir.
She calls him T-Rex. It's very funny because she's Hispanic and didn't understand I was telling her his name was T-Rex. I guess she couldn't realize, she couldn't like, why the fuck would anyone name a dog T-Rex? His name must be T-Rex. And I don't correct it.
It's really cute. So
That is really cute. T-Rex. I really like that.
You all whirl through electrical energy.
Can PX whirl through some electrical energy? Maybe a taser?
For an
Wow, that's
unknown
violent.
amount of time. You
7 to 10
disassociate.
years.
It distorts.
Sorry, are you saying
And-
we're going through the
Sorry.
warp?
Linsey peas.
Ew. Lindsay, come on. It's everything everywhere all at once.
It's
That means the pee is everywhere too. Stop it, please. I swear to God, dude. Stop it.
get up.
Stop.
And then, all of a sudden, there's a
Don't do it.
flash of blinding white light, and you all find yourselves
In heaven.
in.
You're dead.
You
Nice.
just. It's specifically because Lindsay pissed while it was happening. It just like amped up the current, and yeah, everyone's dead. Sorry. No.
Babe.
You find yourselves here.
What is your Ow! What
You
is your
find yourselves
What's wrong?
in a spacious chamber. There are hundreds
Are you
of
extra-
blue flame, dim blue lit candles along dozens of wall niches, flooding the room with light. Against the north wall, there are two overstuffed plush leather chairs alongside a sideboard holding a decanter of blood red wine and several other bottles of liquor. Just a nice seating area with a little bit of a spooky atmosphere, kinda semi-sorta, with all the blue flame candles. And a set of double doors on the eastern side.
East.
You all land. There's a moment where you're perhaps a little wobbly on your feet as you materialize from Vayaneth's teleportation. And then you settle. Your body settles, the hair across your body settles, the electrical current dissipates, and you are now presumably within the shifting library.
All my parts here. My one piece. Yep.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Yep.
All
Okay.
of your most important pieces are there, Lindsay.
Good. So,
All right, cool. We're here. We did it. Let's kick this door in and act like normal people in a library.
Normal
okay.
people in the library kicking door in. Nymdaer walks across,
We could have knocked.
pushes the
I just
door
open it
open,
normally. Okay.
walks into a massive library.
Ew.
I feel like I gotta see this from Nymdaer. Yeah, that's fucking big as fuck, Nymdaer. Into a
That's pretty big.
massive library. Directly in front of you, Nymdaer, is a large rectangular table made of some dark
No.
wood, occupying what looks to be like a balcony. On one corner of the table sits a little silver
Motion to
service
Nymdaer.
bell with a little top button and a conical lamp. And behind the desk, there is a wrought iron rail that looks over down onto the next floor. But there are lights throughout this place, and you can see to the north and south of you stairs, doorways into other rooms. You can see stacks on rows and rows of shelves filled with tomes, scrolls, sheafs of parchment, and throughout them, from where you are at, you can see the shuffling, well, maybe not shuffling, the hovering forms of spectral and shadowy entities, the ghostly librarians of this place.
I'm gonna make.
So, how are we supposed to find Kiona?
I ring the bell.
Ding. Dong.
What language does Sif talk again? Or does he?
Tends to speak telepathically, but seems to understand common, and assumingly abyssal.
Oh, okay.
Another one.
I learned Infernal in my level up, and so I wasn't sure if he spoke that or not.
Walks past
Sorry.
you and gives you a sniff and kind of like a slight sneer, as if he knows you've learned the disgusting other language.
Oh,
Oh,
disgusting.
okay.
I had to guess. I'm
Damn.
sorry, Sif. I had to guess.
Trash.
How
I guess
dare
I
you.
should have asked you first.
We're
How
gonna
dare
keep a
I?
pistol here.
Nymdaer,
Did anything happen with the bell ring?
you ring the bell, wait for a moment, and then after about 20 seconds or so, you see from across the way, you see this creature begin
Oh, God.
to
Dear goodness.
float across the open expanse towards you and the desk.
Does it look like it's attacking floating or just coming to help
Does it
us
look
out?
aggressively floating?
Is it an
floating.
aggressive float?
You make me an insight check with disadvantage, Lily.
I will
Yeah.
do that. Hold on. Insight. With disadvantage?
Yes.
Ugh. I am not insightful.
Yeah, that's a 4. I'm not. Is Lily afraid of
floating.
ghosts? He's floating.
He's floating.
Spectraling. There's like a weird. Sometimes his lower parts are there, and sometimes they're not there. But there's this like screaming vortex energy at his core, and he's like. It's almost like he's slowly swimming through the air, like one hand. And
Is this money?
huh?
Sorry, separate thought. You can finish what you were saying.
No, but that's pretty much it.
I said, is this money on the table?
Is that money on the table? No, there's
Oh wow.
Oh, wait,
those
on which
candles?
table?
Here.
There are. Oh, they're like little
Right.
cups, like little shot glasses and little small like thimble cups and things like that for different drinks.
Someone's having a party. Okie dokie.
There's a whole decanter of like blood red wine, and then a bunch of like other liquors, and then a bunch of cups and things like that on that sideboard.
Okay.
The apparition makes it to the table. Hovers there, looks at all of you for a second, then floats above the chair, puts its hand up, and you see, apparating out of nothing, parchment and a quill. Little pot of ink appears, dips it in, and it goes, names.
Yes, my name is Nymdaer Ziltabart 2024.
Guillaume de Ruse Derval.
I can't.
Linsey, First Spirit.
No, sir.
First Spirit.
Yeah, gotta put a little thing on it.
There, Bella. My name is Dolly. Not to be confused with the Dolly Parton. It's Dolly Pardon.
She's Dolly Part 2.
What do you need our names for?
I actually don't know my last name. It's just Dolly.
Unmistakably writes something after Dolly and then makes the hand motion of a big question mark. Right? Looks to Lily, and Lily says, "What do you need our names for?"
Yep.
All visitors must sign in.
Why?
All visitors must sign in.
I have a little problem with authority. Can I wait?
You may leave.
Are there drinks back there?
There are.
Hmm. I'll just stay right there where I'm at.
Seems to be his hands kind of like twitching, just hovering over the parchment.
Does Kira want to give her name? I shouldn't say that. To Kira, I would say, do you want to give your name?
Kind of like shrugs. Her semi-squeaky voice. Kira. The librarian grunts. Scrawls. Doesn't seem to look towards Artorias or Sif.
Why do
Damn.
they not count?
That's
I'm
messed
just
up.
like them. I'll stay with them.
We are not concerned with pets.
Damn.
You should be. I mean, depends on what you're using our names for.
He whips the quill in his hand and flicks and points it behind you. And you look behind you, Lily, and you see on the wall a plaque of the library's rules.
God.
And number 2 is all visitors must sign in.
What's number 1? You don't talk about the library?
Quiet at all times.
So basically, yeah.
You might not get a lot of quiet from these folks. Aren't we looking for someone?
No.
Name.
Monica.
Linsey.
Writes it down.
Okay, Ghost Man. Now what?
Why are you within the shifting library? We were not expecting visitors today.
They have to give you their names ahead of time, too?
When we invite researchers, we are normally aware of their duration of their stay.
You have to be invited?
You need to calm down over there. You're getting loud.
Sorry.
You
I'll
hear just
defer back to
across
the group.
across the library, you hear this.
Uh-oh, getting shushed already.
Okay, I'll just defer to you guys. I'll be quiet and stand in the back.
Your order of business Please.
There are a few things that we were hoping to research here, but we were also hoping for the opportunity to speak with Fiona.
The head librarian is currently indisposed, but I will let her know you wish to meet with her. I would not get your hopes up.
Damn, my hopes up.
Do we want to like name drop to maybe get a
Do,
higher
uh,
chance of
Do punishments are punishments handled by the head librarian? Just wondering.
What about a sexy nun?
Disobedience of the library rules are punished swiftly and immediately by those
By who?
present.
Oh, like whoever's present.
All right, never mind.
You can see, like, this thing is a specter, it's a ghost, right? It doesn't have a lot of facial features, but you can see, like, whatever would represent its cheek is just starting to twitch somewhat violently.
I'm sorry.
It's already finding you real fucking sketch.
we pissing people off and we haven't even made it in yet.
I just don't understand why they need my name. It's fine.
The birth of the Monica alias.
Fucking Lily at the voter with, you don't need my name, just take my vote.
That's right.
Well, hey, can you point me in the direction of, I don't know, information about any kind of these codices?
Uh-oh. He doesn't look happy about that either.
Unfortunately, that is a restricted subject.
Well, lucky for you, I am a high-level researcher.
Nymdaer Ziltabar 2024 does not match any of the names we currently have on file for researchers with clearance to that information.
Well,
Does Monica?
Just because Drow City
Just
number 7
Monica.
didn't forward my credentials doesn't mean I'm not on the list.
No, there is no Monica. And I am not familiar with any forwarded credentials. The
Wait.
credentials of our researchers are gathered personally by the head librarian.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like we maybe got off on the wrong foot here. Maybe we start with something a little bit lighter. Is there a section that we could do some research on, particularly magic of the blood variety? Blood magic. Is there blood magic?
You will find
Transition.
topics related to blood, as well as magic utilized by it. The third northern row of the first floor.
Okay, and just so I'm clear and just so I know where not to go, where is the restricted section?
You would not be able to access it.
Great. So, but I don't want to accidentally access it. So where should I
You
not
will
go?
not be able to accidentally access it.
So is it up those stairs? Or
Both of those stairs go down.
so they do. No.
I would call back to Sif and see if he wants to just go exploring with me, since pets are, no problem. Fire dog in the library.
Roll
Seems like
for
a great
animal
idea.
handling.
What if the pet
Oh.
accidentally?
Is
Yeah, well-
Sif an animal though?
Sif, no animal handling check needed. And just pads over towards Lily. Follows behind you. As soon, Lily, as you step kind of like away, librarian whips its head towards you and it says, "And where are you going?"
Just to peruse. I don't have any particular books I'm looking for.
Bear in mind, you may only remove one copy of any item from a shelf at any time.
What about Sif? Can he have many?
No,
Okay.
your pet may have
Poor guy.
none
Oh. Okay.
Wait, is that per person?
That's fair.
per person. You are not upon any approved research lists. You will not be provided with any research station.
Sure.
Stay quiet. If you harm any portion of the library, your life is forfeit
By you?
by whoever is present.
Like that phrase. Okay. Thank you.
The nearest murderous zombie will murder you.
Yeah. So I'm moving over here. What's that?
You see a
Please tell me that wasn't like in character.
It was.
What's that?
you see another
Oh,
librarian.
Oh.
That's a more angry librarian.
Oh god.
You come in view. Its head whips towards you. Its mouth open in this massive silent scream,
And it goes shh.
and
Like a
then
rabbit.
it just turns back, and you can see next to it is one of those little push carts filled with books, and it just picks a book up, puts it on the shelf, pushes the cart a little ways, picks a book up, puts it on the shelf.
Okay. I come back over here. Is there anything on the desk besides the bell? Is there like
It's
a
one of those like
list?
bendy conical lamps, right?
Uh-huh.
And there is this
Wait,
place,
we got electricity here?
it doesn't there's no cord or anything like that. It's just sitting there, but it is emitting light. And then there's a big placemat, but there's nothing on it. The librarian, it looks like that is where you would have like parchment and a quill and an ink pot and things like that. But the librarian just like apparated those things.
If just to cover our bases, I'd like to go back to the wall where that plate was that has the rules and just go over them and make sure that there wasn't anything that was overlooked or skipped.
Number 1, remain quiet at all times.
Mhm.
Number 2, all visitors must sign in. Number 3, damage of any library property is death. Number 4, you may only take one book from the shelf at any time. Number 5, you are not permitted to enter any locked door.
Okay.
What if it
Basically.
becomes unlocked? I'm not asking that online.
Good clarification. What do you do?
Okay. All right. What did he say? North side, third floor for blood
North
magic.
side, third row, north side, first floor.
First floor. Okay. Then I would like to head, and I'm assuming we're on the first floor. Like it doesn't start off in like B1 or something.
You can see past him. This open space. Go poke your head over there. Actually, it's looking down at another floor, so it appears as if you have come in on At least the second floor.
We arrived on the helipad.
Okay,
top
so
floor.
we're at least on floor 2. All right, I'll walk over to the staircase and see if there's like a placard saying what floor we're on.
There is no placard saying any such information.
Okay, assuming we're on floor 2, then I'll actually pursue the blood magics thing.
Okay.
And
Sif and Kira are following Lily around. What's everyone else doing?
I'm gonna explore.
Is this another thingy?
Lily, you
Dude.
find
I'm gonna go exploring the stairs.
another
see if I can get an idea how
librarian.
we are.
I'll follow Dolly. Whatever.
Yeah, we're just going over
You
here.
whisper hello.
Sorry.
It whispers.
Yeah, I just-
It whispers.
Okay. Oh, another shade. Oh gosh, there's lots of shades.
Just throwing shade.
Mhm.
So, got some people exploring around. I'm gonna put some other people in other places. So, got Linsey coming down over here.
hey,
We got Guillaume coming down over here. You two actually come down to the first floor from different staircases and kind of just see each other across the way.
Question: when what's his face, this dude, came through a wall, which wall did he come through?
He didn't actually come from a wall. He came from over here where Dolly is. His picture just shows him floating out of a wall.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Over where Dolly is. Will you ping it again?
He was over here.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't
Over
get in
here.
here.
Can we see into this area?
Yeah, you can see down below. Looks like
Oh,
you're
that's
just
through glass.
Oh, okay.
Or something.
It's just open. There's an iron railing. You could potentially like jump off, right? But that might make some noise. But
No,
yeah, it's just
I
it's
just
just an
was
open
trying to figure out-
balcony. Like this floor just seems to overlook the floor below it.
Gotcha.
I would like to take a book off this shelf, right?
Dolly reaches up, takes a book. Off
What could I?
a shelf.
There's one book.
You find you just reach up and take any book.
I'm quizzical.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of library this is.
You reach up and take a book, and it says, "The Art of Swindling."
Huh. I might
now
give
we
it a
make
look.
Jeremy read off every book in this library.
We
title.
start grabbing off every single book.
What's this one? What's this one?
One
What's
at
this
a time.
Knights of Glory, Soldiers Without Courage, Dogs
No,
and
let's
Serpents,
not.
Spiders
Let's
and
not.
Boys,
I'm gonna go
Scourge
down
of the
a
Nation,
floor.
Culling of Time, Blinded
Uh-oh.
by the Stars,
Oh
Walking
my
with
gosh, do you
Titans,
seriously have a whole list?
Tree of
Is
Dread.
there, in this book, is there a spot of how to swindle a librarian?
You kind of like thumb through a couple of pages, and it's basically what we would equate as swindling for dummies, right? It's like the 101 of swindling, but it's so generalized. It doesn't give you like a how to swindle a ghost librarian in a space warping library.
Well, fine then. I will just put the book
But-
back very quietly.
But if you want to try to actually study it to get an advantage on something, you could. But a heads up, you can research things in this library to try to give yourself options or advantages on things.
Yes, I'd like to research how to be on the approved researcher list.
What section is that?
Yeah, which section is that?
I would like to put the book back that I have, though.
Okay.
So I,
Dolly
'cause I
puts
only
that
have-
book back. I'm gonna say Nymdaer and Dolly both roll me investigation checks. While that is happening, Linsey and Guy, what are y'all doing?
Where's my sheet at?
I was gonna go explore the other stairs.
You've gone to the southern
Okay.
stairs. They
Yeah.
go down to the first floor, and you can see
Wow.
Linsey has also gone down the northern stairs, and they're just across from each other.
Oh, okay. I wave to Linsey.
Yep.
I do that point like
While you all are kind of like wandering around, you see that there are little gas lamps attached to various balconies and walls, providing light and creating kind of like dull warmth throughout the library itself, and this slight kind of like acrid smell from the smoke burning inside them. And Linsey and Guy, down on the first floor, you find more bookshelves, more librarians of various different types. But you also find this big central section, which looks like these are the pre kind of mentioned research stations. Like each one has like a little chair and some actual paper and things to make notes with and a whole desk. It's kind of like in a lectern style, so it's at an incline, all of these desks, right? And then in the center is a big ass table with a bunch of shit just kind of like heaped on it, like books and scrolls and tablets and pieces of parchment that look like they have been previously utilized and just have not been yet gathered by the librarians and reshelved, basically.
Cool.
A 3 investigation and a 13. Nymdaer, how hard are you really trying to investigate?
I would rather
I-
find the list and put my name on it than
Yeah.
actually find out how to legitimately get on the list.
Very nice. Well, I will say after you all leave, that librarian floats back away from the desk, back to what it was doing.
Where was it? I was
And-
I was trying to follow him.
Oh, he moved from the desk back over to this side, and he has now left that desk unattended.
Oh,
Well,
No, I'll
now,
stick to him.
did he?
I feel like that has Nymdaer looking for something. Dolly, I think while you are rolling that, you've rolled that 13. Over here on this first southernmost shelf, you're just kind of like perusing, looking at titles and things like that. But you find a bunch of what looks to be like older administrative documents that say like there are notes attached, like sticky notes attached to several of them, that say for further administrative information visit K6.
Oh, can I thumb to day 6?
Say what?
Can I grab that book and thumb to day 6? Wait, I already
So
have
it says K6.
Day 6.
And you see, like, there's nothing in the book that would like signify to you what that is, but as you're just kind of like looking around, you turn, you see Nymdaer up towards the desk, and you kind of like turn, look around, and you see, just by happenstance, the doors left of you, to the right of them is a little plaque that says K6.
I would like to go to that door.
Dolly goes to that door. All right. Nymdaer, what are you doing?
I'm looking for the list of approved researchers, and I'm gonna put myself on it.
You are ransacking this desk.
in a nice way. But
Uh,
yes,
I will allow you to roll either a stealth or sleight of hand.
I love both of those things. Sleight of hand. My hands are slight. Oh, wait, stop! Everyone calm down. Everyone take a beat. I'm going to utilize a Fighter 2024 feature. Here we go, Fighter 2024. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. My
I'm
body's
going
ready.
to engage my tactical mind.
Ooh,
Stop.
you just
Well,
like
I
being
don't actually
engaged.
know because it says when you fail an ability check. This
Ah,
is an ability check, but it doesn't have a fail.
well,
How the fuck does that work?
I would have to tell you if you failed or not, basically.
Yeah, I guess you would. All right,
Um,
Jeremy, did I fail?
No, I was just rolling for my wheel or woe for the day.
as of this particular moment, you slyly and quietly, without
I'm sly.
seeming
quiet.
notice of the other librarians, you poke around and find that there is one of those kind of like under desk drawers that slides out, and there are lists of names within that drawer.
Stop.
Meanwhile, Lily, what are you doing?
Damn, I guess I don't engage my tactical
I'm
mind.
gonna whisper
I'm
to
sorry
this
you succeeded,
librarian.
Zach.
I'm gonna whisper. So, how did you come to this library?
We just put.
He looks at you,
What?
says, I assisted the head librarian in its construction in my corporeal.
Oh, so you guys are
He
tight.
granted me my wish to continue working. Death.
How'd you die? Were you too loud in the library?
I perished of that is none of your business.
Stop it.
So you and the head librarian are pretty tight?
Roll me an insight check, Lily.
Oh, sorry. Where's my I'm really not insightful. This is not gonna be helpful.
Never know. 15's not bad. There was definitely something about the way he told you that's none of your business. His death, whatever the manner of his death was, struck a nerve in the idea of telling you. I think that's all you're going to get on a 15.
Okay, damn.
I think that's all you're going to get on a 15.
That's too bad.
There's definitely something there.
Okay, I have a lot of questions. I'm gonna keep pestering this guy, so if you want to go to other people and come back to me, you can.
Guy, what are you doing?
You're
are
muted. You're ignoring us.
Kind of just wandering around. I just got stuck in a pillar.
Oh,
So we're really looking for the head librarian lady for the most part, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up to this random shade in the back here. Be like, "Hello, where can I find the head librarian lady?"
does the ghostly whisper, like, just exhalation of breath thing at you, right?
Excellent. It's my favorite thing.
Does it again. And then he does it again.
Are you double breathing me?
It doesn't feel like not all of these librarians are created equal. These shades seem to almost be shades, right? Like figures that are barely
Shades are crap.
barely existent, right? As if they perhaps do not have the capability of full thought and communication.
Okay.
I will say, as you all have been exploring the library, you've seen that the north, south, and east sides are just bookshelves. And it is on the west side that all of the rooms are. Room you came out of was on the west side. The room Dolly's poking around at is on the west side. When Linsey and Guy went down to the first floor, there were other rooms there on the west side as well.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go explore the west side. And
That's
I'm gonna open these doors and see what's going on in here.
where Guy is. Linsey, what are you doing?
I have found the third shelf, and I am now running my fingers down some spines, looking for books related to blood magic, particularly maybe in one that is a little bit more advanced, not the basic stuff, that maybe even hints at the ability to dispel blood magic.
Wonderful. This is directly related to. Sorry, I did not give you all this. Boom. Here is your shifting library quest log.
It is.
This is directly related to your second side quest, Uncursing the Uncursable. And this side quest has some parameters. Potentially parameters. I need you to roll me an investigation or history check, DC 15.
We get an improved weapon of mass destruction for one of these.
Get an improved WMD.
All right, cool. Well, since I have to specify this before the roll, I'm gonna go ahead and wheel myself.
Okay.
So there'll be a 1d6 additional to it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what did you say?
Investigation or history.
Do history. Better. I don't think the 1d6 is going to matter.
That is a failure, which may or may not matter as you continue looking for information. So, we will note that.
Mm.
And then a couple of things are going to happen.
Okay. Things are they're happening.
Simultaneously, Guy and Dolly both reach different doors.
Oh boy.
Guy, you stand before a set of double doors. A red velvet rope is draped across the doors. One of those kind of like movie theater kind of like scenarios on the two poles, right?
Sure.
And hanging from the rope is a small placard with "Do Not Enter" printed in polite but firm slab serif type.
Do not enter, huh?
Okay, but
If it's not locked, technically we're allowed.
I recall the rules of the library again. What were they?
Do not enter any locked room.
I try the door. Is it locked?
Jiggle the handle. It's locked.
Son
Okay.
of a-
I
Please
walk
roll
away.
Please roll me a stealth check.
Oh, shitballs.
Son of a
I have more questions before battle.
That may not be up
Right.
to you, Lily.
Well,
This
he
is
said the closest spirit dude, so maybe he's far
That's
enough
true.
away.
a
Well,
disadvantage. That's a 17.
17's pretty good. Dolly, meanwhile, reaches the door with a small placard next to it that says A6. The doors are nondescript. 2 double doors. Nothing denoting this chamber other than the placard A6 outside it. Try the door.
Yep, I'm doing it.
The door opens, revealing beyond a room filled with dozens of hive-like shelves covering the walls, each stuffed with ancient loose scroll cases. Some sealed, some not. Bits of wax and clay around and about. And across the way are 2 bearded, shadowy, spectral figures hovering over the dead bodies of 2
Oh no.
mages.
Maybe
Both
named Breda and Micus.
bearing the description of
Shit.
individuals you were sent to look for.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask the guy about.
Hey, you did it. You found him.
Dead though.
Well, it's fine. I'm forging signatures.
They both turn to regard you. There is a strange combination of confusion and malevolence writ across their face.
In this case, what does malevolence mean?
Hostility.
Uh-huh. Okay. We're not gonna be able to avoid fighting here.
Nymdaer.
Hello.
You see and hear out of the corner of your eye, you see Dolly open that door. Hear the click and creak of the door. And as it does, as that happens, you're presumably kind of like leafing through these lists. And you find a list of approved researchers.
You're gonna answer all my questions for the dude before we get there.
As that happens, you see coming around the corner to the south one of these shade librarians, apparently looking to investigate the noise that it heard coming from Dolly's direction.
Okay.
What do you do? You're out in the open, you're behind this desk, you've got it opened, your hands are inside of it.
What do I do? I mean, hold on. Do I have it? Is there anything relevant that I can do? I would like to. All right. This is what I do. I act like I'm supposed to be there.
Roll me a.
I take out a clipboard and I stand there. I'm like,
I will say performance or deception.
Okay, but do I get advantage for the clipboard? Because everyone knows clipboards.
I
make you
will
more
say
like-
that there are different DCs for performance or deception, and I'm not going to tell you what the DC is for either one of them, and you're not getting advantage on either one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Honestly, that's pretty fair. All right then. I perform. All right. Hold on. Did I fail or not? Because if I fail, I'm gonna engage my tactical mind. But if not, I'm not gonna do that.
Your presence at the desk
I hate the way this is worded.
either goes unnoticed or is disregarded because of your air of I am supposed to be here.
Right. Because of the
As
clipboard.
instead the shade moves towards Dolly. Its hand outstretched, making that breathless noise.
Is the skeleton or the shade next to me that I'm pestering? Does he make any
That's enough.
movement or indication that he is understanding something else is happening?
He looks past you. He looks past you and he sees something across the way that catches his attention. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I have questions.
It's a potentially tense situation, and it's also 10:30. We are the party is all over the library right now,
Mhm.
We
and
immediately split the party.
we will see.
That's the first rule in D&D. You don't do that.
I thought it was do that.
It's
Always split the
been
party.
it's been something. It's been interesting. So, that is where we are going to end tonight's session. The party got a lot of information about the VAEA. Got a lead on pathway for the future, and is now within the shifting library with a couple of different missions. One extremely important one that may decide the fate of the world. That's it. We'll see you next week, maybe. I don't know what our schedule is. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
But my questions are so good.
Write them down.
Write
Ask
them
next
down so you
week.
don't forget them.
I did.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.